This year there has been a bunch of Christmas books coming out. I've been seeing so many. This story has been known to infect readers with holiday spirit and dreams of being swept away. Some readers have even been known to break into song or spontaneously start baking holiday cookies. A novella, and I like that better. Oh, okay. Just take it right in my way. Not aware of its corniness, and I feel like that's a bit of an issue. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Welcome to another day of Bookmas. Welcome to our new Christmas corner, the video of me decorating and getting into the holiday spirit. Should be up by the time the video goes up. Our cozy little corner. I'm obsessed with it. I have my tree right over here with my little gifts. I think it's the best vibe. Oh, and there goes my microphone. This year there has been a bunch of Christmas books coming out. I've been seeing so many. Spectacular, the Caraval novella, Love Light Farms from last year, My December Darling, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, The Christmas Tree Shop, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. There's just been so many books to do with Christmas that have come out this year. Now that we're all decorated for Christmas, I wanted to read some of them. So that's what we're doing in today's Bookmas video. I actually have such a cozy vibe set up right now. Besides my cozy little reading chair and my lights, we have a Christmas ambiance video. Soldier lights. This is a pack of snowflake lights. We have our Christmassy vibes going, and you know it's Christmas time when you have the present pillows out. We are gonna start with a book series that I finished reading recently, and then they came out with a Christmas novella. You know, I saw it in Barnes & Noble, and then I looked in it, and it was so cool. Spectacular. Like, look how Christmassy this looks. I'm obsessed. And then when you take off the dust jacket, like, are you kidding me? That's beautiful. And then on the inside, fully illustrated pictures and drawings. Stephanie Garber, I love her writing so much. I love the world that she creates. I love how immersive her storytelling is. Oh my god, wait, even this beginning part, this story has been known to infect readers with holiday spirit and dreams of being swept away. Some readers have even been known to break into song or spontaneously start baking holiday cookies. I love the little details. Oh my god, the map, that's beautiful. There's this little gift tag where you can put like from the library of and like put your name. I'm obsessed. They like went all out with their designs in this book. My camera battery is or my camera memory card is full. I can't record on that anymore, so we're using my phone, and we have low lighting because we're in Christmas vibes. Oh, there we go. That hurt. He scratched me. Anyway, I'm on chapter 4, which is just about page 50. It is so Christmassy in this book. Like, every chapter has these like full page illustrations, and then there are like elements to it, like this one that like immerse you more in the story. This one where they're talking about Aiko, who was a character throughout Caraval, and it's like, and she said like, if you forgot who Aiko is, she's blah blah blah, but it's in a Christmas ornament. That's so fun. Like, this book, so Christmassy. I'm obsessed with it. This absolutely is putting me in the Christmas mood, and I absolutely am obsessed with all the full color illustrations. This is such a good first Christmas read. I'm so happy. Without giving too much away, if you haven't read the Caraval series, because this is the novella that comes after the rest of the Caraval series, they're celebrating Great Holiday Eve, which is basically Christmas Eve. They're setting up the castle and everything for this big party. One of the characters has an issue that is the quest of the book, but of course it's laced with like Christmassy themes and Christmassy pictures. As you saw, there's like magical snowflakes flurrying everywhere. They renamed all the hallways to be like Holly Jolly Way and Gingerbread Lane. It reminds me of the Harry Potter book, like the Jim Carrey Harry Potter books, and I have those and I'm obsessed with them. And this just a very easy read. Obviously has Stephanie Garber's writing, who is amazing, and I'm obsessed with her writing, and I'm very happy with this first choice. Hello everyone, good morning. Simba wasted no time in coming to cuddle up on his favorite blanket. I wanted to update you. I'm like 70% done with this book now. Don't know what that was. Honestly, it's only like 215 pages, so it's a shorter book because it is a novella, and I like that better. Oh, okay, just put your tail right in my way. It is a Christmas story. It doesn't feel rushed, but it doesn't feel like it was drawn down either, like the whole storyline. Stephanie Garber manages to capture all of the holiday magic in this book. I think it gets like a 10, maybe like an 8 as a 10 on holiday vibes. The entire world basically is all magical. The way that they're describing it is like it's being inside a snow globe, and there's like little Christmas villages everywhere, and there's magic throughout the air, and people selling toys, people selling candy, just like all the Christmas vibes I feel like are there. But because it is the Caraval series, there's an underlining like sinister vibe almost to the storyline, and that's the whole problem we're dealing with. That's what makes it fun, I think. And of course we're following one of our main characters who always seems to find herself in trouble. There's a little bit of a love issue going on. The whole idea is that our main character wants to find the perfect gift for her significant other, and she goes searching for it and gets herself in trouble. You definitely do have to read the Caraval series fully before reading this book, or else you are going to have a lot of things spoiled for you. But if you did read the Caraval series, it is a fun little like holiday novella, almost like Quarter Frost and Starlight. This has more of a direction than Quarter Frost and Starlight did as like that holiday novella. We're gonna finish this book today and then move on to our next Christmassy book. Right as I turn the camera on, my heat turns on. Welcome to a new day, welcome to a new morning. My coffee is brewing. I am ready to sit down and just read for the whole entire day, get more of the Christmas spirits. I wanted to do a little check-in with you. I did finish Spectacular by Stephanie Garber last night. It was amazing. I gave it a 4 stars, which is a high rating for a novella considering it's only like 200-ish pages. Love the way that she brings the Christmas town castle spirit to life in this book. As I was reading this book, it was so descriptive and so clear that she was trying to like portray that holiday spirit that I felt like I was diving into the book and I could see and feel and hear all of the Christmas vibes that she was giving in this book. So that got a 4 stars from me. Shouldn't have expected anything less from Stephanie Garber. I am now officially fully done with the Caraval series, including the novella, so I can't wait to move on to Once Upon a Broken Heart. I was a little iffy in the middle of it before I fully knew where the story was going, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about in the dark room with her being blindfolded and all that stuff. I was like, oh, this feels a little bit bad, but it was okay. I did sort of feel like that's what was gonna happen. Well, she sort of tied it back to what we read at the end of finale, and I highly recommend this book if you're in the mood for a Christmas, a little bit of a mystery, a little bit of just like a Christmas vibes book. And I actually moved on to our next book that we're gonna be reading, which is also one on our December TBR and one on Kindle Unlimited. So I did not get the paperback. I don't know if I'm gonna get the paperback. I am very iffy on getting like physical books of Christmas books. I feel like I don't read them anytime besides Christmas time, and if I had already read them, then I feel like I don't need to have them on my shelf, you know what I mean? Like this one was different because it was basically a picture book as well. I wanted to have this one on my shelf. It is My December Darling by Lauren Asher. It's a small town Christmas novella. I'm on chapter 5, Catalina's perspective. I think it's about the same length as Spectacular, except Spectacular was different because it was like the lines were double spaced, so it was quicker to get through, I guess. This one, the lines are, you know, normal, so there is like more words per page, you know what I mean? So it's probably gonna take me a little bit longer to read. It takes place in Lake Wisteria, which is where the Lakefront Billionaire series that she's currently writing takes place. It is a standalone though, so I double checked. You don't have to read the Love Redesigned or Love Unwritten to go into My December Darling. I read the tropes in my December TBR video. It's like nurse and doctor, cinnamon roll hero, enemies to lovers, I think, maid of honor, and best man. And we just read a maid of honor best man book as well, 1-star romance, so I am familiar with that trope, and it was a fun trope. Our main characters in this book are Catalina and Luke. It's told in dual perspective. The doctor's name is Dr. Darling, which is why it's called My December Darling. So it reminds me of the Grey's Anatomy days of like McDreamy and McSteamy. If you know, you know you had to be there, but that's what he sort of reminds me of. And he's like the cinnamon roll hero, which I figured out means that he's just sweet. He's a sweet guy. She's sort of like a black cat. Her sister and his best friend are getting married. The groom is also Catalina's ex. Catalina doesn't really give Luke the time of day when she's in Lake Wisteria because she is a traveling nurse, but she just so happens to be at the same hospital as he works at for a month. And that is where the romance, I'm assuming, is going to blossom. You can already see, I mean, it's a novella, so it is going to go by fast if it's a romance. You can already see that it's like, you know, he's already falling for her, going towards the direction of there's going to be a love proclamation very soon, I feel like, which does feel fast, but it is a novella, so I have to put it into perspective. I'm like almost 20% of the way through anyway, so, you know, things are going to start happening. So far, I haven't gotten like so many Christmas vibes, so really just focusing on the wedding preparations right now. It is happening around Christmas time, so I'm assuming that we're gonna get more Christmassy vibes. I'm really hoping we are. A new day. I wanted to update you on our December Darling reading. It's a romance. It's a holiday romance. I feel like it's taking me longer to get through than a 200-something page book should take me to get through. It's supposed to be a holiday romance, and I'm just not really feeling the holiday vibe at all with this book. We have Catalina and Luke, I believe. They have some interactions like your classic Lauren Asher book, but they're not really doing anything Christmassy, like at all. Besides, there was like one or 2 sentences mentioned of like Christmas decorations, and I'm more than halfway through the book at this point. So I feel like there should be more Christmas stuff going on if it's called a holiday novella, a Christmas novella. For me, it just feels like a very fast romance. Because it is only a 200-page book, I do get that the romance does have to be fast. There is an insta-love quality to it. Lauren Asher wants to get a whole romance situation in that 200-page book. I feel like I like in Spectacular, when there was an established couple and this established couple was just going through a rough patch. That I like better because there's no insta-love quality, because you know these people are already together. You read their past story about how they're together and their falling in love story, and now you're just witnessing like a day or two in their life that happens to be around Christmas time. I feel like that's more so what I go for with like Christmas novellas, whereas this is just like they're trying to have a whole arc of a relationship in 150 pages. It just doesn't seem realistic. This book feels a bit rushed in the sense where she probably just started writing it maybe in the summer and was like, we have to have this out by Christmas. You know what I mean? That's just the vibe that I'm getting. There's a romance happening, so I'm gonna keep reading it. They only really had one or two events where they actually developed more in their relationship. The rest is them just kind of talking about it. I feel like I should have read this first because I have my standards set high because I love Spectacular so much. But we're gonna keep reading it. Maybe it's gonna turn around and it's gonna be less insta-lovey. I just hope that there's not a third act conflict because this book is so short. I don't know if it'll seem realistic at all, but I'll keep you updated. We're gonna keep reading it. Not only is it insta-lovey, it's a little bit corny. I don't want to say that. And I feel like in some level a holiday novella should be corny. This is not corny in that way. It's corny in a whole different way. Trying to be cute. Like, it's not aware of its corniness, and I feel like that's a bit of an issue. And I can't stop noticing it. You know, the big conflict at the end. I can already tell you what the dark conflict is probably going to be from the very first chapter, probably. She has to leave in a month. And I feel like that's gonna be the conflict. I know how this story is gonna end. I can tell you the rest of how the story goes. I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Hello everyone and welcome to a new day. If you haven't seen the Getting Into the Holiday Spirit video with me, then go check that one out and you'll see how all the decorations we had put up in our apartment. I actually finished just my December Darling. I think I gave it like a 2.75 or 3 because it was a cute book, but I think I was just missing some of like the Christmas elements. I was kind of looking more for like a Spectacular type book that we read previously in this video where it was like all of the Christmas feels. It wasn't that. It was definitely more about the romance, which was fine. Very predictable. Guy falls first, girl is closed off, and they spend like 3/4 of the book dating but not dating. She's not staying, but I really like her. I just want to do this stuff to make her laugh or whatever, and her being like, I don't want to get attached. I'm not saying, but I like him. There is like a little third act conflict. That was just kind of weird and felt forced. It was just okay. There's not too much to say about it. It was your standard run-of-the-mill romance. There wasn't even that many Christmas elements. I don't think it was Lauren Ash's best writing. And then I ended up picking up Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison, which is also on our December TBR. And I actually got a decent amount on the way through. It's only 300 pages and I'm on page 93. The text itself is small. It definitely feels like it's longer than this, just 300 pages. You have Stella and Luca, and they have been best friends for a decade, and Stella has always sort of liked Luca as more than a friend. They do kind of live in separate areas, like they live like a couple hours away from each other. So, you know, he comes and does and like sees her all the time at her Christmas tree farm, and then she goes and visits him. Now they're in this situation where they have to pretend that they're fake dating because Stella is having a really big travel influencer come stay at her Christmas tree farm to sort of reinvigorate the business because it's kind of not doing as well. It's interesting because I feel like it's like odd. Like, I don't know how to describe it. We're just in Stella's point of view, which honestly I think I like better. I feel like just having a romance book that's just in like one person's point of view is rare now. It's usually a lot more dual point of view, but I feel like sometimes in dual point of views, guys' perspective feels forced. Like, oh my god, I love her so much, and like I just want to see her laugh. And look, some people like that. Me, I prefer more of like a BJ Magnolia perspective. You don't tell the audience how much they care about each other by just words, but you show it, and I like though that kind of writing better. They do things that are coupley. Like they watch Netflix together, they cuddle with the same blanket. He's like touching her a lot. He like goes right up against her back and like reaches to get something that's too high for her, and she leans back into him, but they're just friends. Interesting, because that part almost feels forced. Okay, so you act like a couple. Neither of you are seeing anyone else, and you've been doing this for a decade? It's just odd. It's just not as believable, I feel like, because I feel like there would be more like restraint on one side or the other if like they were best friends secretly liking each other but didn't want to ruin it. Like they're just kind of acting like a couple, but they're not a couple. We do have some fun characters in this. It's very small town romancy. It's a small town and they call it like the phone tree, where basically they want to start spreading this rumor that they're dating to make this relationship look real once the influencer comes to the Christmas tree farm. I feel like it's very much giving that like small town vibe, which I do like. Stella has like sort of a weird relationship with her dad's family as well. Her mom passed away a while ago. It's just her and her like found family that she formed on the Christmas tree farm. Like I said, like just some of the things they do is just like, so you're dating without saying you're dating. So why are you acting like it's so weird that you're now fake dating even though you've been doing the same things that you've always been doing? I don't know. I will say this has more of like the holiday spirit because she lives on a Christmas tree farm. And she is talking about like decorating it now. Like, I start my morning in the big red barn by the road with a giant plastic candy cane and a wooden cutout of a nutcracker soldier. I don't know why I said that weird. Like, they definitely have like some of the holiday vibes that I feel like I was kind of missing in my December darling. So I appreciate that. It's also kind of funny. Like, some parts are kind of funny. And like I actually find myself like laughing out loud at them. So that's cool. Welcome to a new day, and if everything goes right, the last day of this video. I am halfway through Lovelight Farms. I'm on chapter 14, page 153. I feel like this book has definitely grown on me. How I was saying, like, they're doing everything coupley, but they're just not a couple, so like, why are you surprised and all that stuff. That's still happening, but there has been a change, like a conversation they've had where it was like the most adult conversation I've ever seen. What, baby? What? in a holiday book or even like a romance book, to be honest, because okay, something happened, they just talked about it the next day and they came to a decision, and that doesn't happen in romance novels. And I feel like that definitely won a bit of points for me because they're actually acting like adults and like they have life experience and they don't have time for any BS and all that stuff. I am interested to see what the third act conflict will be because I'm already expecting a third act conflict because there always is one in a romance, and I really hope that she's gonna do that well. There are some really cute family scenes in here, specifically Luca's family. It's around Christmas time and Thanksgiving and everyone's getting ready and everything like that. It is definitely like, I feel like the writing is taking me a little bit longer to get through just because formal isn't the word, but it's not as free-flowing and easy to read as like say a Lauren Asher book that'll speed me right through. It's not hard to read, like the words aren't big or anything like that, but it's not like that conversational tone or anything like that, so it's interesting. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is funny. The conversations with the family are funny. Hello, everyone. It is very, very late, and I just finished Love Light Farms. I really liked it. I think I'm gonna end up landing on a 4 stars. Like I said, in the beginning, I guess it was a little bit slow for me just because the writing took a little bit of getting used to for me. It's just not what I typically read. The whole pretending to be in love, they were doing coupley things, all that stuff actually all made sense in the end. I really liked how this author wrapped it up. Third act conflict made sense, and I really like the last couple of chapters when there's like, not like a reveal I wouldn't say, but kind of a reveal, if you know what I mean, without saying too much. So I realized something, and the way that it's revealed to her is very sweet. I liked the setting, I liked the ending chapters. It was good. I really liked this book. I feel like it gets maybe like an 8 out of 10 on the holiday spirit scale. I think I'm definitely going to continue to read within this world of the Love Light Farms world because I like the small town there, and I'm interested to see who the next books are going to be about. So, for our first book, I think that it was my favorite book of this whole video. It gave me everything that I wanted from these reading Christmas books for a week video, where it had all the Christmassy vibes, it had characters that I already loved, it was just fun to follow along, it was just a whole experience. It was almost like a fever dream, like a Christmas fever dream. Like, I just love that Stephanie Garber's writing can like transport you somewhere else. And then I really liked Love Light Farms. Like I said, I just sort of discussed more about it. And then there's December Darling. Good for what it was. It was just like a little holiday novella. I don't think that I was expecting anything spectacular. No pun intended. I just wish that it was about a romance that had already been formed like in Caraval, just because like I said, it felt kind of insta-lovey, which I understood because it was a novella. Everything I said in the rest of this video. That was me reading Christmas books for a week for this day of Bookmas. I am definitely going to read more Christmassy books. I have more on my December TBR, so they will be in other Bookmas videos. That's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!